What is going on, NFL fans? Welcome back to Touchdown Kingdom. We're really excited to break down our top 5 edge rushers in the 2024 NFL Draft. Make sure you guys check out the other episodes on the series on this channel, as we already broke down our top 5 running backs, quarterbacks, offensive tackles, corners, you name it. All that information will be linked in the description. Definitely check out our playlist. And don't forget to hit that like button and comment down below your thoughts of the overall edge rushers heading into the 2024 draft class. And subscribe to the channel if you're new. With that being said, let's get straight into business. Starting off at number 5. We have Chop Robinson out of Penn State, who measures in at 6'3", 250 pounds. Robertson began his collegiate career at the University of Maryland, where over the course of 13 games, he had 13 total pressures, 2 quarterback hits, and 2 sacks. The production resulted in him being named an ESPN midseason True Freshman All-American. In 2022, Robinson transferred to Penn State, where as a sophomore, he showed massive improvement on the field. He logged 5.5 sacks, 3 quarterback hurries, and a fumble recovery and a forced fumble. His numbers from his junior year in 2023 won't jump off the page at you, as he finished with just 5 tackles for a loss, 3 sacks, and a forced fumble, but it was his growth as an overall player that really impresses coaches and pro scouts alike. Robinson's best traits are definitely his explosive first step and his high motor. Robinson's first step off the snap is deadly, and he uses it to put offensive linemen in an immediate panic situation where they have to try and get depth as quickly as possible and lose their technique. If his initial move doesn't work, Robinson uses his high motor and tenacity to continue to be involved in every play. This high motor and unlimited energy also allows him to be an every down player. Robinson's weaknesses are definitely his run defense and his overall lack of pass rush moves. He needs to improve in identifying run keys and defeating blocks. As mentioned before, Robinson is a high motor and high effort player, but in the run game, he will occasionally run himself out of the play and give up his responsibility in an attempt to chase the play. When it comes to his pass rush move arsenal, Robinson is lacking in the power move department. He relies heavily on his speed and first step, but this will be neutralized by technically sound tackles with superior reach at the next level. Overall, Robinson's quick first step and high motor suggests he could make an immediate impact in the NFL, especially if he diversifies his pass rush techniques and improves as a run defender. At number 4 on our list, we have the 6'4", 274-pound Braylon Trice out of Washington. As a freshman in 2021, Trice played in all 12 games for the Huskies, but only started in 2. Despite this limited action on the field, he was still able to log 2 sacks and even returned a fumble 72 yards for a touchdown against Arkansas State. In 2022, as a sophomore, Trice was named the starter at edge and took full advantage with 44 quarterback hurries, 15 QB hits, and led the Huskies in sacks with 9, which was also good for 3rd most in the Pac-12. As a junior in 2023, Trice was named team captain and continued to grow as a pass rusher and overall defender. He finished his final season at Washington with 49 quarterback hurries, 15 QB hits, and 7 sacks, which saw him earn a Pro Football Focus first-team All-American and first-team All-Pac-12 honors. Trice's strengths are his diverse set of pass rush moves and his strength at the point of attack. When rushing the passer, Trice throws multiple moves at the offensive lineman, including clubs, double hand swipes, and quick swim moves. He is also a very effective looper on twists and stunts. As a run defender, Trice displayed great strength at the point of attack. He does a great job anchoring to hold his ground versus solo blocks and consistently sets hard edges and to deter ball carriers from bouncing runs. Trice's biggest weaknesses is his lack of twitch and explosiveness off the snap. He was able to overcome this at the college level due to the variety of polished pass rush moves he possesses, but he will struggle at the next level if he cannot improve his first step off the ball. While Trice's agility and quick twitch capabilities might not rank among the elite, his arsenal of pass rush moves combined with his power should translate to him being an effective player at the next level. Coming in at number 3 on our list of best edge rushers in this year's draft, we have Alabama's Chris Brasswell, who stands in at 6'3" and weighs 255 pounds. As a freshman in 2021, Brasswell didn't see much action and was more of a special teams player, but in 22, as a sophomore, he was able to showcase his abilities as an edge rusher and logged 19 quarterback hurries, 4 quarterback hits, 2.5 sacks to go along with a forced fumble. He exploded onto the national scene as a junior in 2023, where he had 31 QB hurries, 10 QB hits, and 8 sacks, which was good for 3rd in the SEC. He also led the Crimson Tide in forced fumbles with 3 and even had a pick 6 against Mississippi State. Brasswell's biggest strengths are his elite athleticism and his awareness. At 6'3", 255, he squatted 705 pounds and power cleaned 405 pounds this offseason. He also vertically jumped 38.5 inches. He flashes excellent bull rush ability and effortlessly converts speed to power to drive the tackles back to the quarterback. He can uplift tackles with sheer power and in the run game. Brasswell sets a firm edge and rarely gives ground. He isn't shy about taking on blockers, and he is adept at shedding those blockers to make plays on the ball carrier. His awareness allows him to be more than just an edge rusher. He shows excellent anticipation when dropping back into zone and has the fluidity and speed to run with most tight ends over the middle. His biggest weaknesses is his lack of bending ability when rushing the passer. He lacks ankle flexibility, which might negatively impact his pass rush finesse in the pros. Brasswell is a powerhouse with the kind of raw talent you can't teach, and his weaknesses can be coached out and worked on for sure. If he lands with the right team, expect him to make a lot of noise in the next level. Coming in at number 2 on our list, we have another member of the Crimson Tide with the 6'4", 242-pound Dallas Turner. As a freshman in 2021, Turner didn't waste any time putting the football world on notice. He played in 15 games, amassing 25 total pressures and 8.5 sacks, which earned him freshman All-American honors and an All-SEC freshman team selection. By his sophomore year in 2022, his role had increased and he finished the season with 35 total pressures and 4 sacks. The following year, in 2023, Turner was selected as a team captain and had his most productive season as a member of the Crimson Tide. He led the team in sacks with 10 and led the team in tackles for loss with 14.5 to go along with 2 forced fumbles. Turner was rewarded for his outstanding junior season by being named the SEC Defensive Player of the Year. He was also named the finalist for the Bednarik Award, which is presented to the nation's top defensive player. Turner's biggest strengths are his versatility and his speed. He is most effective when aligned on the edge of the defense in a 3-point stance, but Turner proved that he can make an impact from multiple positions along the defensive front. He can align in a 2, 3, or even 4-point stance depending on the offensive formation, and from these various positions, he was effective at getting to the quarterback and was also efficient against the run. Turner's elite speed has the potential to give NFL tackles nightmares. He had a fantastic NFL combine with a 4.46 40-yard dash, as well as a 40.5-inch vertical jump and a 10-foot 7-inch broad jump. He explodes off the ball and utilizes his flexibility to get under the tackles and turn the corner. Turner's athleticism also allows for him to drop in coverage and allows him to make sideline-to-sideline plays. Turner does not have many weaknesses, but there are some concerns about his overall strength. In his time at Alabama, there were some cases where he struggled to maintain his ground against multiple blockers or when engaged head-on. Many analysts have Turner as the best edge rusher in this year's draft, and if he could bulk up over the next year or so, that may end up being the case. Although many analysts have Turner as the best edge rusher in this class, we have a different name at the top. Florida State's Jared Verse takes the number 1 spot on our list, and with good reason. Verse comes in at 6'4", 260 pounds and started his collegiate career at Albany, where as a freshman in 2021, he logged 10.5 sacks, 13 quarterback hurries, and 1 forced fumble. This productive first year saw him named a FCS freshman All-American, and as a sophomore in 2022, he transferred to Florida State, where he would develop into the best edge rusher in the nation. He finished his sophomore campaign with 17 tackles for a loss, 3 quarterback hurries, and a team-high 9 sacks. His performance earned him first-team All-ACC honors, confirming his standing as a defensive force against top collegiate competition. He continued to improve and impress his junior year in 2023, where he finished with 11 quarterback hurries, 9 sacks, and 1 forced fumble, which saw him named as the second-team All-American. Verse's biggest strengths are his exceptional bend and flexibility and his hand usage. His flexibility also allows him to dip under offensive tackles while maintaining a tight and efficient path to the quarterback. When Verse engages with an offensive lineman, he uses his strong, violent hands to deliver fast and potent strikes that effectively neutralize opposing linemen's blocks. Verse has all the physical tools to be an elite pass rusher, but there is some room for improvement in the run defense. When Verse is aligned on the outside of the offensive tackle, he does a good job of keeping outside leverage, but there are instances where he gets uplifted and runs himself out of the play, creating a running lane. Verse has also shown to attempt to defeat blocks by evading defenders, which can result in the loss of gap integrity. Overall, Verse has the highest ceiling out of any edge rusher in the 2024 NFL Draft, and if he can improve on his run defense, he has the potential to be an elite edge rusher for any team that takes him in April. That's going to wrap up our top 5 edge rushers in the 2024 NFL Draft. Please feel free to let us know your thoughts of the video by hitting the like button and commenting down your thoughts and subscribing to Touchdown Kingdom. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace out.